Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. I've been living in my F-150 with a Lear topper for over 2 years now, mostly along the Texas coast. We like to go to little towns, check out odd things. I've done some traveling through beautiful Arkansas and Oklahoma. Today, we're taking about a 167-mile trip each way to a little town called Rockne, Texas. Apparently it was named after Knute Rockne, and I got a lot of information I can give you once we get there. Left Rockport, Texas this morning. We're heading to Tivoli, and then we'll go up through Victoria, Texas. If we stop and see anything along the way, I'll definitely record it for you. But it's gorgeous out right now. It's about 60 degrees. We're right along the coast, so a little bit of fog and mist this morning, but it'll burn off. I hope you're all doing well. I really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride today. I'm trying to do a Sunday drive every Sunday, longer videos for me. During the week, my videos are 10 to 12 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. And the Sunday drive videos are longer. So if you haven't already, get yourself some coffee, some tea, and enjoy the video. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I read about this in Texas monthly magazines, Texas Highway Magazine's Roadside Oddities. Well, guys, I got a coffee and I got a sugar-free Monster, so I'm all ready for a road trip. I got a 50-cent Walmart peach pie, so it's going to be a big day. I always love this part of Texas where it's just super flat. And you can tell where the next town is coming up because you'll see a water tower. And I don't know how clear it's coming up. There's a water tower on the left there. We're coming up to Tivoli, Texas. If we're going to make a left and head up towards Victoria. There's a Dairy Queen, Jamie. One of the old style ones. Jamie making, I watched her video this morning. She has a, she's working on a train platform. And she got herself a old school Dairy Queen, the kind that's mostly glass in the front. But the road's being held up because one of those trucks with a turbine blade can't make the turn, which is becoming pretty common in this area. I don't know why. Well, I can see a pilot car parked down the road. They're supposed to know all that stuff ahead of time. But we'll be patient and let them figure it out. Yeah, they're going down some narrow roads over there. Like I said, we'll make the turn up here and head up towards Victoria, Texas. If we'd gone straight, it goes to Port Lavatka and a bunch of coastal towns. One day, I think we'll go straight, and there's a few coastal towns between Rockport and Houston that I'd really like to go just check out and see what's there, because I've never done that. I've never gone past Point Comfort, I believe. Something to check out in the future. Yeah, I do enjoy driving up this road. Lots of cows, folks. Lots of cows. It's just a really pretty day, though. You know? Mostly blue skies, clearing up, right? Yeah, if we take this road straight, it would take us up to Goliad, where Goliad State Park is, and the mission and the fort. Lots of history up there. Awesome town square. The blue quail. Remember, we had some jalapeno soup up there. That was some good stuff. But we're going to make a right here. And just a brief trip from here to Victoria. He's turning. He's on the shoulder for some reason. Come on over to the highway, buddy. There you go. Get back on the road. Alright, well, maybe half on the road. Yeah, I just see how people drive nowadays, guys. I'm in no hurry to get anywhere. Because just by slowing down just a little bit, I've seen so many accidents and near accidents that maybe I would have been involved in. The road's opening up. It's gorgeous. We're seeing the sights. It's a good day, guys. We've been very fortunate with our weather lately. Don't forget, anyone driving faster than me is a moron. He's in a big hurry to get 12 feet in front of me, isn't he? Guys, we're just passing on the outskirts of Victoria. We were in Victoria last Sunday. We saw the Easter Island heads. And that was also from Texas Monthly's Roadside Oddities list. And I thought they were really cool. We're heading up 87 now. We're going to go through Cuero. We've done some videos from Cuero before. Never forget, Cuero, home of the Fighting Gobblers. That just doesn't strike fear into your heart. I don't know what will. As we drive, guys, it just keeps getting nicer and nicer out. I think it's 64 degrees. And I'm really liking the lovely blue skies. Let's go see what we can find. Well, I just did a circle back. I drive by this way too often, and I never stopped to film it, and I just thought it looked neat today. It's a dry creek. It's the Thomaston River, and I don't see any water in it right now, but stopped for 3 reasons. Number 1, I wanted to stop and see it. Number 2, I thought I would share it with you. Number 3, I'm old and I gotta pee on something. I peed in a bunch of different spots, mark my territory, keep the other YouTubers away. Man, it's gorgeous, guys. I've never been so happy. There it is. Happiness is gone. Can you imagine that? You only had 3 tires to throw away. You couldn't throw away 4, could you? Karma, folks. It's coming to get you. It's coming to get you, my one-tired friend. Well, guys, our second turnaround of the day. Saw a sign for a Texas historical marker. Out here on the highway, at like the middle of nowhere, traffic is precarious. But it says Burns Station Cemetery. Reminder of DeWitt County's earliest settlement. Irish Creek began in 1826 when Arthur Burns migrated? From Missouri and Iowa to Texas. He joined Colony of Green DeWitt and built a 2-story log home near here. Used as a refuge during Indian raids, the house was also visited by General Sam Houston in 1836. On December 19th, 1837, President Houston appointed Burns to Board of Land Commissioners, Victoria County, which then encompassed this portion of DeWitt County. The grammar on this marker is it ain't good, folks. It ain't good. Sounds like I wrote it. Area's first grist mill, operated 1856 through 1869 by Moses Rankin, was established by Burns. Near it clustered the Sherman and Thomas General Store, Charlie White's Blacksmith Shop, and Warren Hardware. the Irish Creek settlement became known as Burns Station, and it was a stage stop on the Victoria Gonzales Road. So I guess the old stagecoach used to run through here? Is that what they're talking about? Or they're talking about the train, because there's train tracks everywhere here. Let's read on and find out. Cemetery site donated 1853 by Ardelia Burns Cook, daughter of Arthur Burns, adjoined the Irish Creek Methodist Church. In oldest marked grave lies Joseph Allen, born in Ireland. Here also is buried Sarah Arthur Burns' widow. Burns is buried in Iowa. Man, you must really needed to go get away from your wife. You got buried in separate states, poor guy. In 1870s, Burns Station lost business to Thomaston and Cuero, but was a stop on the Gulf West Texas and Pacific Railroad until the name was changed in 1902 to Verhel, honoring a railroad official. And there's nothing here, guys. I don't see a cemetery. I don't see any town remains. There's some private homes across the highway. But, yeah, it's neat to have that little bit of history for us. Onward. Well, we're on the road, right? Hey, Tony sent me money for Friday Feast, and I know it's Sunday. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking we're going to find this awesome little restaurant in, not in Gonzales. Where are we going, guys? Rockney, Texas. And there's some buffalo, guys. Last time we were through here, they were by the fence. Today, they're all kind of hiding up by the tree. But this is between Cuero, and I know I keep saying that wrong. It is Cuero, not Curo. Cuero, Spanish for leather. That one's from my buddy Peggy. She likes windmills. And Gonzales. Now, we were up in Gonzales about a month ago. If you didn't see that video, take a look for it. It's about the cannon and the come and take it flag. And, yeah, it was an awesome town. And we went to Palmetto State Park. That was really nice in that area. But we're going past that. We're going like 40 miles past Gonzales. And, yeah, this is someone's driveway, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Some of the gates and entrances to these areas are just amazing. And then down the road, I found another bison herd. Did I say buffalo earlier? I meant bison herd. So that's really neat. I love seeing bison. I think they're my favorite animal now. I think. Dolphins and bison are all pretty cool. And I've driven by here 10 times and I've never noticed them out in that field. But, yeah, Sunday drives, guys, it's not necessarily always going to be about the destination. It's about the drive. Because I really like the fact that we can start at the beach and then we're through big open fields, pastures with cows. And I saw a lot of exotics on this trip, different types of elk and deer and gazelle that I don't even recognize. Sheep, yeah, rams. You know, we've gone in the other direction before and seen camels and zedonks, you know, and it's just nice to go out for a ride. So that's what I'm going to try to do every Sunday, weather permitting, you know. And I just like looking at the sky and finding little weird things to see and new places. And sometimes, like today, I've seen a lot of signs for Yoakum, Texas. And I've never gone to Yoakum, so I'm thinking, well, in the future, Yoakum will be another trip. Seguin will be a trip. And wherever I've gone, especially up by Llano, but the gate entrances just on these little back roads, you know there's some money involved. But people have put some time and effort into their gate entrance displays, you know. Some of them are simple. Some of them are pretty fancy. And, yes, someone should do a coffee table book taking pictures of all the gates in Texas. I can't imagine the cost of this one. Check out the detail. It's got ram's horns on the walls. Bison Ranch. You know what I didn't see at the Bison Ranch? Bison. That last one, the Red Deer Ranch, you know what I didn't see? Deer. Not even red deer. I think this is kind of like a little trailer park. And even they got their little entrance decorated, and there's their mailboxes there. So that's all pretty cool. It's just nice, guys, on a beautiful day like this. It's in the mid-60s now. I'm going someplace new. I've never been on this road before that I know of. So I'm pretty excited by that. Well, guys, still headed to Rockne, Texas. Named after, of course, legendary coach Knute Rockne. 1881 to 1931. University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish head football coach. 1918 to 1931. Okay. Wow. He was coach till he passed away. Revolutionized the game with his innovative ideas. 5 undefeated seasons. Wow. 3 national championships. 105 wins and 12 losses with 5 ties. 20 first-team All-Americans. .881 winning percentage is the all-time high for college and professional coaches. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. I know he was from Norway originally and basically revolutionized the concept of the forward pass in football, which is pretty cool. Never set foot in Rockne, Texas. Knute Rockne died in a plane crash in 1931. He was so beloved by Americans at the time. The town here held a contest and had the elementary school kids vote on a new name for the town, and they picked Rockne after Knute Rockne. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wasn't born here, didn't die here, never set foot here. And like I said, just so beloved in general by Americans that they named a town after him. That's awesome. So guys, Rockne, Texas. And they have a museum here. I'm very interested in going in and checking that out. But the detail on this bust is amazing. If you get a chance, go read about Knute Rockne. And pretty cool how this little town was named after him, even though he doesn't necessarily have a connection to the place. I'm pretty sure he's got a connection now, right, guys? Absolutely amazing. And it is beautiful. Look how well maintained this is. For a little town to have this kind of stuff is awesome. I highly recommend it, guys. If you're in the area, come here. And let's go see if the museum's open. I see a car there, so I'm kind of hoping it is. And that little village is a bonus. So the museum is rich in German history. This area was settled by Germans. I'm going to give you just like a couple quick glimpses and an overview. But this small town has done an amazing job in collecting history. It's got a huge history of service to its country, service to Texas and its country. World War I, World War II, Vietnam. I mean, a lot of these small towns do. I have never seen such a thorough, well put together and displayed museum in such a small town as Rockne. And the Dosset here, Claire, is amazing, very friendly, a wealth of knowledge about everything that's here. She was a nice surprise. And her family has been in this area for a long time, so some of these displays are actually her relatives. Yeah. Claire was just amazing. beautiful, ornate. It's a very thorough collection. And Claire knew a little bit about everything. I told her she had to keep it on my level. Here's the band that used to play in local gigs. The Dance Hall Playboys. Is that what it says? The Dance Rockney Playboys? Dance Rockney Playboys. That was the name of the band. Okay. That took a minute. You can't put 16 ounces of water in a 12-ounce glass, Claire, and that describes my brain. If you're ever in this area, go see Claire. She's awesome. I'll tell you what, guys. Rockney was a really cool place. More than I expected. And I'm glad I made the trip. I'm going to head back and stop and see some things along the way. I'd like to check out some of those exotic animals that I saw. So I think for about the first 40 miles, we'll go back the same way. And see if I can catch any on the side of the road without fear for my life from the big trucks coming through. There's that's what I'm talking about right there. He's just working the fence line. Some train tracks. There's one, two, I see 5 right in this little corner. I don't know if there's more or not. But I know a lot of places we've gone in Texas have had exotic animals. You know, a little bit different than the usual cows and horses that we've seen. I bet you we've drove past 5,000 cows and horses today. That doesn't even count the 2 bison fields we saw. It's very cool. Texas is becoming like a little nature reserve. Well, guys, have I told any horrible jokes yet today? I got one from Sandy. What's the difference between a vacuum cleaner and a politician locked out of his house? Well, that's pretty easy. On a vacuum cleaner, the dirt bag is on the inside. Thank you, Sandy. That's from the jokes Sandy emailed me. And I got some from Linda Lou, too. Oh, lots of good ones. Just checking out the side on the road sites. So we're coming up on I-10. We'll go under I-10 in a little bit. If we were to get on I-10 and go to the left, it would take us to Houston. And far beyond that, Florida. And if we made a right on I-10, it would take us to San Antonio. And then eventually to California. It's a long highway, folks. There it is. Back to the country roads. I'm sticking to the country roads whenever possible. Well, guys, it's late for lunch, but it's going to have a little Friday feast on a Sunday. The Cow Palace, and I know it has fresh steaks because it is literally right next to the stockyard. I'm going to go with the chicken fried steak. Thank you, Tony, for sending through my PayPal some money for Friday Feast. They got a normal size menu for a restaurant. So yeah, I asked the girl what was good. She said chicken fried steak. So there it is, guys. Tender. You could cut it with your fork easily. It was like one pass with the knife, and it was right through. Service here was pretty good. Super casual dining room type of place. Your typical Mexican restaurant in a small town in Texas. The Cow Palace is in Gonzales. And yeah, absolutely delicious. And time to get back on the road. Thanks again, Tony. I greatly appreciate that. I'm sorry it took me so long to continue the Friday Feast tradition. I was supposed to go a couple weeks ago, and I just didn't feel good the last couple weeks in general. And by the way, guys, at the History Museum, masks are a requirement. And here at this restaurant, masks are not a requirement for employees or customers. And I didn't think that went into effect until the 10th, but I could be wrong about that. But it's their business. They can do what they want. Had a really good meal. It really hit the spot. I was hungry too. I had some Triscuits today. Some olive oil and black pepper Triscuits. And yeah, they were really good. So we're heading back to Rockport, guys. Hopefully we'll see some sights along the way. I'll just be jibber-jabbering now for a while. Yeah, Gonzales, cutting through Cuero again, guys. Just to drive through the historic streets. That museum we had talked about months ago was closed today. The Chisholm Museum. I'm gonna have to check the hours for that online. But yeah, one of these trips I want to go to Yoakum, which is not too far from here. But maybe that would be a good time to swing back through here if we can coordinate the two. It'd be something good. It was funny with these small towns, when I looked on the map on Rockne, it had a few stores listed. So I was thinking about eating there, and then when I got to them, they've been closed, looks like, for 20 years, you know. But yeah, that museum was really nice. I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't even know that little village was there. I went to see the bust, and yeah, I love finding weird things like the Easter Island heads in Victoria, and the 30-foot devil in Corpus, and a town in Texas that named itself after Knute Rockne. Like, I don't know, that kind of stuff just appeals to me. Still super nice, guys. Different clouds no matter where we went. It's nice to be driving through a little bit of some hills, you know, for the last hour or so. The funny thing, yeah, in Rockport there's just no hills. That whole area. Matter of fact, I drive all the way, almost all the way to Victoria before you even start seeing some hills. I guess once you get past Tivoli and get up on the highway there, you start to see a little bit of up and down situations. But yeah, the small towns, it's an old joke, and I might have told it before. I heard it on a comedy album growing up. Guys are driving through Maine and they're looking for a small town, and we'll just use Ellsworth as an example. But guys are driving down the road looking for Ellsworth, can't find it, so they see an old guy on a porch on a rocking chair. They say, "Excuse me, sir, where's Ellsworth?" And the guy says, "Back up about 3 feet." And they back up about 3 feet, look over at the guy, and he says, "Pull forward 2 inches." And they pull forward 2 inches, and he goes, "Stop right there. Welcome to Ellsworth." So that's a Maine joke, guys, from Bert and I. Back in Rockport, I think it's going to be a good one tonight, guys. We've had like 3 of the last 5 nights have been really good. Friday night was just a normal sunset, but the other nights we've had good color, little bonus colors. And I know a lot of you guys have been leaving comments about the sunsets. So higher as a sunset. Can never guarantee if they're going to be good or not, but we'll get there. Yeah, it was the sunrises are tough, like I said here. For the most part, they're just misty. Of course, sometimes I wake up just after the sun rises and the skies are all blue and pink, and I'm like, I wish I would have got up for that one. But I think the sun actually wakes me up. It seems like every day I get up around about 6:45 now, because that's when the sun comes up. But I'm old and I'm up all night anyway, like every 2 hours peeing on something. A lot of pee talk in this video so far tonight. That meal was so good. Tony, thank you. You're my hero. Yeah. I'm not even going to use mouthwash or brush my teeth for about 3 weeks and just let that taste linger. But I appreciate you guys riding along today. That was our Sunday drive. It was absolutely gorgeous. Gonzales, Cuero, Tivoli, and Rockney, Texas. Appreciate you all coming along for the ride. Thanks for watching, everybody.